That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am somewhat back. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Paul, better known as Gate City Paul. I have been in the reselling game for a very long time, been sporadically on YouTube for even less amount of time. Again, I go to yard sales, flea markets, look for stuff on Facebook Marketplace, pawn shops, antique shows, things like that to find things to flip on eBay. Most of you probably haven't noticed because, I don't know, not a very good YouTuber, but I haven't been on YouTube in a very long time. Various different reasons why. Main reason why is I got a huge promotion at work, and it took up a lot of my time. It was a lot of extra hours, a lot of extra work, both time-wise, mentally, all of that. It was just drinking from a fire hose type of situation, and I just really didn't have time to keep up reselling and make videos. And if you did watch my videos, what you did notice about some of my previous videos is that they were a little more expertly done. And that was no thanks to me, other than shooting some of the footage. I actually had somebody helping me with the editing and production and things like that. However, with the promotion and the time needed, I wasn't able to do videos as often. And of course, having somebody help me with the editing, the production, the thumbnails and all that, it came with an expense. And so at the time, it just didn't make sense to continue to do videos and pay somebody to edit them and put them together and things like that. To no fault of the person who was helping me with the editing. I really appreciate their help. They did a great job on the videos. The videos look really, really nice. However, for me, the uploading the videos and making sure that they came out on a regular cycle and things like that, I couldn't keep up with it, and I wasn't seeing the turnaround for the videos and the money I was paying to have them put together. And so it had to go. And so and again, no fault to the person who was doing it. They did an excellent job. I still kept up doing reselling. However, I just, the way that I did it has changed a little bit now. And hopefully over the next few videos, I'll be able to explain some of the changes. One of the big changes you'll see is that I kind of niched down. I stopped buying particular items. I didn't necessarily get rid of the items that I had. I just decided to not buy particular items anymore, and I'm gonna go for more of, collectible, vintage toys, things like that. So things like clothing. Clothing for me has been a love-hate relationship. For a long time, clothing was the bread and butter of my business. I bought a lot of clothing. I sold a lot of clothing for a lot of money. However, those of you who do know clothing, it's a lot of work. Clothing is, from the measuring to the, making sure it's clean, making sure you have quality pictures, measurements and things like that. And let's not talk about all the different reasons why it gets returned, in some cases. But, it does, the high profit type of stuff. But again, it's just, it was a lot. It's a lot of work for somebody who doesn't have a lot of time to dedicate to a resale business. I've pretty much got out of clothing. But Paul, I just looked at your eBay and you used to have clothing listed in your eBay. Like I said, Mr. Commenter, I've decided to get away from clothing. I still have some in my inventory. I'm just not buying clothing as much. I'm still going to stick with things like sports themed clothing, shoes that are, of course, have a high resale value, vintage clothes, things like that. However, I'm getting out of kind of like the run-of-the-mill stuff. Fashion changes. I can't keep up with it. So, trying to know what brands, like the run-of-the-mill brands, are high at the time and what has gone out of style. I just don't have time to keep up with it. So I have decided not to sell or not to source clothing like that anymore. Again, if I come across something vintage, if I come across a jersey, some type of jacket that I know from previous and prior experience sells for a higher resale rate, I will buy those things. Basically, what I'm saying is that if I know it has a good return, I will buy it. If I know it will sell quickly, I will buy it. If it's something that's going to stick around for a while, I'm out. So with the niche down, like I said, I'm going to be more into, of course, sports cards. Some of you come to my channel when I was doing a lot of sports card content. Some of you stuck around for my channel when I was doing resale content. So I will have both in it still. So I'm doing sports cards, more collectibles type of things, toys, small electronics, video games, other things like that. Those are the things that I'm trying to kind of niche down into. I've been dabbling in records a little bit. I've kind of coming to the end on that experiment. I bought into some at some yard sales for really cheap, and they just don't move as quickly as I want them to move. Trying to get more into bulk purchases as well. Bulk purchases, of course, help lower your buy cost, and so that way when you buy a 100-piece collection, 10-piece collection, 20-piece collection, the buy cost is split up over those amount of items, and so that buy cost comes down a little bit lower. And so again, when you sell something, if you sell 3 or 4 and make your buy cost, now everything is profit off for that. One of the other things I did was I focused slowly on eBay, meaning that I still have things on Amazon, but I'm not sourcing for Amazon anymore. I went down to below the professional level, whatever the free one is. I still have that one. Again, it's a time thing. Don't have the time to keep up the Amazon. No more Bakari. I do not have time to do all the sharing and liking and all that stuff for Poshmark or anything like that. Solely sticking with eBay for now. It's been the most profitable and the most consistent platform for me, so I'm going to stay solely on eBay for now. So what to look forward in videos coming up? Of course, yard sales, flea markets, sports card shows, things of that nature. Something that I kept up with while taking a little hiatus from YouTube and still kind of working with my resale is what sold videos. So hopefully to put out some more what sold. I learn a lot from other people's what sold, so hopefully people can learn from my what solds. Hey, what can I say? Life changes, things get different. You have to, when your plate is full, you have to eliminate things. When your life is out of balance, you have to remove things, take a little bit here, take a little bit there, add a little bit here, take a little bit more here, and find out where that balance is. So for me, talking about balance, the job situation has settled down. I'm still in the same position, the promoted position, except things have kind of plateaued for me where I know the schedule now, I know the expectations. So we'll be back to making videos. What kind of videos? Probably back to, of course, flea markets, thrift stores. I'm doing thrift stores a little bit differently. I'll explain that at some point in time. Yard sales, Facebook market buys where I am, of course, looking for bulk deals. Of course, sports card shows, other types of shows. Been going to more specialized toy shows, coin shows. I even went to a glass bottle show. So again, I'm trying to, get into more collectible hard goods and things like that. So I'm trying to learn some of those types of things. So I hope you will stick around a little bit longer for me with, my YouTube content hopefully picking up. Again, I can't tell you I'm going to put out a video a week or anything like that. Again, I am going to make a lot more shorts. Those are easy to make. They're, 30-second to a minute videos. Again, a lot more, a lot more fast-paced information if you're in that. So again, follow me and go into my shorts. That's kind of weird. Follow me to watch my shorts. That's still kind of weird. Anyways, you know what I mean. So if you could help me out with my video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing for some inconsistent videos from the Gate City Paul.